Welcome to my channel RPS videos. Thanks for my subscribers and viewers. So as usually, I request to you, please share my channel to your friends or the relatives and ask them to watch my videos. If they like, so ask them subscribe and watch my videos regularly. Thank you so much. And before going to start our session, I am wishing for all the teachers happy Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day. So, on the occasion of Teachers Day, a special thanks to my teachers, to my lecturers, to my colleagues. Happy Teachers Day, and especially I am telling a thanks to my teachers, so who gives me a lot of knowledge because of their encouragement, because of their teaching, so makes me to choose as teaching field as my career. So thank you so much. So a special thanks to all my teachers. Thank you so much. So let's start our session in the chapter electricity. In the chapter electricity. So previously we discussed Ohm's law and applications of Ohm's law, some problems regarding to Ohm's law, right? Ohm's law is stated that the current passing at a constant temperature, the current passing in the conductor is directly proportional to its potential difference. And also we discuss what is meant by resistance. So resistance is the obstruction of motion of electrons in a conductor. So why the obstruction happened? Because of while they are moving, so they collide with the other elements or the atoms or in the lattice. So that property we can call as the resistance. So and the materials which offers resistance is called as a resistor. So let's discuss briefly an additional matter which is helpful to you. Maybe it not comes to examination, but so how to know what happened in then let us discuss briefly about electric shock. So maybe even the government textbook not included. I think if in a private series textbooks also may be not included, but this topic is observed or old previous 10th class textbook, so it is useful to you and will understand what happening. So why we have to give the electric shock? A simple concept explained very briefly. Then after we go with our main topic. So electric shock. So sometimes whenever we touches the electrical appliances, some cases we may get electric shock, or while we are trying to switch off or switch on the electrical appliances near the switchboard, also sometimes we get some electric shocks. So why should we get this electric shock? So let us discuss briefly. Let's assume that our human body is a resistor. We have some resistance power. So the resistance of human body generally from 100 ohms to 5 lakhs ohm. 100 ohms to 5 lakhs ohm. Right? So if your body is wet, if your body is wet with salt water, in case of wet body, the resistance is 100 ohms, 100 ohms. Whereas in case of dry condition, if our skin is very dry, so let's calculate if we touches the any electrical appliances, or if we touch any conducting wire, let us know how much of electric current is passed through our body. So according to the Ohm's law, and assuming that in case of, if you touch a 24 volt battery, with dry fingers, so then what will happen? Some circuit is completed, maybe the bulb is glow. So assume you have touched the two electrodes of battery of 24 volt with dry fingers in such a way that circuit is covered. Let's your body resistance. So if consider that if our body resistance is 1 lakh ohms, then the voltage of a battery, is 24 volt. Let's calculate amount of electric current is passed through our body. So from the Ohm's law, as we know, V is equal to IR. From this you can write I is equal to V by R. Substitute the values 24 by 1 lakh. Then we get 0.24 amperes. So whenever we touch a 24 volt battery with our dry hands, so if the resistance of our body is 1 lakh ohms, then through our body 0.00024 amperes of current is passed through our body. Then we did not get any effect because of a very little amount of electric current is passed. For example, if the voltage of electric current is 240 volts, so what happens to our body if we touch a live wire of 240 volts, assuming that our resistance of our body is 1 lakh. So potential difference of the voltage is 240 volts, and the resistance of our body is equal to 1 lakh ohm. So let us calculate current from the Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R. So 240 by 1 lakh. 240 by 1 lakh, here set 0 get cancelled, then 0.0024 amperes. if we touch a 240 volt live wire, 240 volt live wire, if assuming that if our body resistance is 1 lakh ohm, 1 lakh ohm, then 0.0024 amperes of electric current is passed. When this quantity of current flows through our body, the functioning of organs inside our body is affected. This disturbance inside our body felt as an electric shock. So, because of our body is a good conductor and also has some resistance, so whenever we touches the electric wire with the 240 volts, so this amount of electric current is passed. This little amount of electric current disturbs some organs inside our body. So when the organs inside our body get disturbed, then we get felt electric shock. So if the current flows continuously, the same amount of electric current flows continuously our body, it damages the tissues of the body, which leads to decreasing in the resistance of the body. Just we touch, then we feel electric shock. If you touch continuously, the same amount of electric current is passed through our body continuously. It damages the tissues in our body. So it leads to decreasing the resistance of our body. When the resistance decreases, then more amount of electric current is passed through our body. So when this current flows for a longer time, damage the tissues in the body. When the current flows continuously, the human body, the resistance of human body decreases further. Hence, so if the same amount 0.0024 amperes of electric current is passed through our body, disturbs some organs inside our body, then we can feel electric shock. If the same amount is flowing through our body continuously, then resistance of our body decreases. So due to the continuous flow of electric current, if it reaches 0.7 amperes, amperes of electric current affect the functioning of heart, and if much current is passed through the heart for more time, 1 second, it could be fatal. If the current flows a longer time, the person in electric shock is being killed. So if the current passes 0.0024, we experience the electric shock. Due to this continuous flow of electric current, if it reaches due to the continuous flow of electric current, the resistance of our body in conducting electricity decreases. When the resistance of conducting electricity decreases, the more electric current is passed through our body. If the current is passed through our body is equal to 0.07 amperes, so it shows the effect on heart. So once the heart is affected, we may killed by the electric shock. So later I share you one picture regarding to amount of electric current is passed through our body, then what happened to our body during electric shock. Just now I tell you, then later I share a picture. So please you have to see in it. See, if 0.001 amperes of electric current is passed, so can be felt. Sometimes if electric wire touches, then we give some jerk of our body, then we remove the hand immediately. then 0.005. It is painful. It is painful. If it is 0.010 causes involuntary muscle contractions. Involuntary muscle contractions. If it is 0.015 amperes, causes loss of muscle control. Loss of muscle control. If it reaches 0.070, if through the heart, causes serious dispersion, probably fatal if current lasts for more than 1 second. If 0.07 ampere of current is passed through our body more than 1 second, so we have to die. We have to die due to the electric shock. From this discussion, so the electric shock can be experienced when there is a potential difference. There is a potential difference exists between one part of the body to the another part of the body. So if our finger has different potential difference than our skin, then the heart, then other inner parts of our body has different resistance. So and they have different potential difference. So one thing you have to keep in mind: electric current flow in the circuit when there is a potential difference. If there is no potential difference, no electric current is passed. When current flows through human body, it chooses the path which offer low resistance. So the electric current is passed through our body. The electric current is passed to the organ which has low resistance. The resistance of our body is not uniform. For example, skin offers more resistance than the organs inside our body. As long as current flow continuous inside the body, the current and the resistance of human body goes on changing inversely. Hence, electric shock is combined effect. Of potential difference, electric current and resistance of our body. So, electric shock is the combined effect of potential difference between the inner parts of our body and the resistance of parts of our body, and the amount of electric current is passed through our body. So if our dry skin has more resistance than the inner parts of our body, so even the dry skin has more resistance. If more current like 0.0024 amperes of current is passing through our body continuously, then the resistance power decreases. So if the current is passed through our body, is the amount of current 0.07 amperes of electric current is passed through our body more than 1 second, so we have affected and we died. So we have to die because of electric shock. So finally, electric shock is the combination of potential difference, electric current and resistance of the human body. So this is the cause of electric shock. Then if potential difference is the cause of electric shock, we observed that the birds did not get any electric shock. Sometimes we observed that the crows or some other birds are killed by the electricity. So when they stand near the electric poles, when they sit on the wires of electric current near the electric poles, due to electric shock they also die. But generally, most of the time they did not affected by the electric shock because of the reason is there is no potential difference between the the legs of the bird, because of it stands on a single wire. So the current is 240 volts. So if the bird is sit on the single wire, there is no potential difference in between the legs, of bird. If the bird places one leg here and one leg here, so one leg on the one wire and the other leg on the another wire. So what will happen? Due to the potential difference, then what will happen? The electric current is passed through the birds, and the birds also affected by the electric shock. So sometimes even the bird is sit on a single wire. If its tail touches the other electric line wire, then potential differences happen. Then the birds are also affected by the electric shock. So there are two parallel lines, parallel transmission of lines on electric poles. The potential difference between the two wires is 240 volt throughout the length. If you connect any conducting devices across these two wires, it causes current flow between the wires. When the bird stands on the high voltage wire, if there is no potential difference between the legs, so what will happen? They did not get any electric shock. If the other part of bird body touches the second wire, then a potential difference happen. So they are affected by electric shock and they are killed by the electricity. Then let us discuss one of the important device called as multimeter. Multimeter is a device, an electronic device. Is an electronic measuring instrument that combines several measurement functions in one unit. Digital multimeter displays the measured value in the numericals. So I already shared a picture. See in my post in my channel, and you maybe in your school your teachers are able to show you the multimeter. With help of the multimeter, we have to calculate. We need to identify amount of electric current is passed, voltage of means the potential difference, then the resistance of our we can measure, we can identify by using the multimeter. So with help of the multimeter, maybe some activities are conducted by your teachers in your school. So once you have to check it, and near the electric shops also, electric appliances repair shop also, you observe that a multimeter. So you will understand well whenever you see, and you know how to measure the different electrical components like electric current, potential difference, resistance, and etc. So by seeing the multimeter, so I shared a picture already. Once we have to check it. So just this is an additional information useful to you. So thank you so much.